Yo, what's the deal, fam? The Alchemist says something very interesting. I'm gonna play the clip, and on the flip, I want to hear your feedback.
Hey, yo, Eeze.
To have people in the game at the same time because we all sharpen each other. Like, I love his beats. I don't. Yes, we were just talking about that. Like, you remember the early era when it was like we had to shop beats.
Yes.
And it was like everybody was competing with each other. We were saying names like Buck Wild, LP, Rockwilder.
Yeah.
These are people. When I used to go to see like Fat Joe or in the studio, they'd be like, "Come to the studio, Macho. Yo, come. We have a session." I show up, and it'd be like Rockwilder there playing beats already, and then I used to be like, I'm gonna be back. we would all like be, we were competing with each other like respectfully.
Yeah,
and that shit made the level of production a certain
you
thing.
can't play some bullshit after rockers went up there, especially that era rock.
It was competitive, and it was like we all respected each other. That's the thing. Like with producers, it's like not as much. It's like respectful competitiveness. There's not as much beef in the producer world. Like we all respect each other. You know what I mean?
So based off what you heard from the Alchemist in that particular clip, what's your opinion of it? Do you prefer the era back then where producers were actually in the studio buying for placements on particular albums, pretty much competing for spots? Or do you like the era we're in now where a producer pretty much skips that entire process and they just link up with a like-minded MC or an elite MC and put out the work as they choose? For me, there is no right or wrong answer in the sense I do like the fact that there was a competitive nature when you got in the studio with another producer, because it only made you raise your expertise. It only made you go to that next level where you can hear your peers putting out some fire. But for the most part, having that freedom to do what you want when you want to do it is also a blessing too. Got to keep in mind what he's speaking about is like the early 2000s where we got Alchemist, Havoc, Just Blaze, Kanye, a host of other producers. I don't want to start going down the line and then I forget someone and then y'all getting at me in the comment section, but it's something to be said about competition and hearing where your peers are going musically and knowing the tweaks that you need to make or how you can set your game up in the long run. But at the same time, we've gotten so many elite projects from MCs and elite producers as of late, where they're getting together and putting out their own music. And that's not new. That's not new. We've experienced that in the past, which is why I didn't mention a DJ Premier or a Pete Rock as far as competing for placements, because they've been doing what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting together with an MC or having a group and putting out classic albums. But I thought that was very interesting because Alchemist has been through very different eras in hip hop. Obviously from Cali, come over here to New York, came over here to New York to go to college, linked with Mobb Deep, and then his career takes off, right? There's a steady progression in the sense, and when you look back at his discography, he's worked with so many different people, and he's embraced by an entirely different coast that he was born and raised on, you know what I'm saying, or born and raised in. He's hip-hop through and through. So let me know in the comment section what you think. What would you choose? You don't have to, but I would like to hear your assessments or your thought process concerning both. Producers competing in the studio for placements versus producers canceling that whole line of thinking and linking with the MC and putting out projects as they please. Funk Flex Hot 97 back at it again, huh? So I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Yesterday I did a video concerning a post that Funk Flex put up on Twitter, where he was talking about he was moving time slots, and this upcoming Monday will be his last time at the 7 p.m. time slot. He's been there forever, as long as I can remember. That was his time slot. And a lot of people jumped the gun, stating that he was retiring, and I'm reading the comments like, nah, this doesn't really sound right. I'm gonna chill, see what's going on, because it could be promo. It was just too open-ended to really jump the gun and really understand exactly what he was talking about at the time. So let's fast forward one day, which is yesterday. We found out that the legendary DJ Enuff, after 27 years, is being let go by Hot 97. And apparently Funk Flex is taking his time slot, which is at 5 p.m. If you don't know, DJ Enuff is a DJ to heavy hitters. Kanye early on used to be connected to them. Producer as well. I think he produced for Biggie and Junior Mafia. Former DJ for Angie Martinez show. A host of other accolades. He got nearly 3 decades in on the radio. He's being let go, and he was interviewed, and he stated that he doesn't have any proof, but he wouldn't put it past Funk Flex being connected to him being fired. He said they were cool, but he still doesn't put it past him. And it just got me to thinking how Hot 97, I'm not sure the direction you're trying to go in. And I could very well sound like a novice concerning hip hop radio in New York because I'm so far removed from it. The only reason I'm speaking on this is because this is something I grew up on. DJ Enuff, Hot 97, Flex premiering records, DJ Enuff going crazy when Nas Stillmatic came out and he ran back You're the Man I don't know how many times. You know, just those elements and those memories that are attached to my childhood or just my experience in hip hop music. And it kind of saddens me that he has to go through this. Now, he's hella talented. He's gonna bounce back. I'm pretty sure he has a bunch of connections. He's beloved within hip hop. But if Flex did, in fact, lead to him no longer being with Hot 97, all I can say is it's foul behavior. I ain't gonna throw no names. I ain't gonna talk crazy. That's not my job to do that. But someone like DJ Enuff deserves better than that. And I can't even hear Flex at the 5 p.m. slot. That doesn't even make sense, right? Because 7 p.m. is you get to interviews, but you also get a little bit more reign as far as like which records you play or which records you're breaking because you're speaking to a different demographic. 5 p.m. isn't that like the time slot when people were driving home? Yeah, it is. So you're not gonna really be breaking any records at that time. It's more of you play music, or at least when I listen to the radio, you interview as well. So I don't know what Hot 97 is doing. When I was listening to him back then, it was Emmis Communications. I don't even know who owns the label, the radio station anymore, but DJ Enuff, no longer there. And Funk Flex is taking that time slot, allegedly. But initially, I was thrown off. A lot of people were by Flex's initial post stating that 7 p.m. would be his own time slot. I didn't know what to think. A lot of people thought he was leaving radio and retiring. But there's no way that he would retire from New York City radio after being on Hot 97 since 1992 and make the announcement less than 1 week before he's walking away. So we should have known better, but that's all I got, man. It's just shout out to DJ Enuff. We appreciate you in the culture. You're gonna bounce back. You are who you are. You're talented. You're respected. And that's all I got, man. I don't even know what to think about that. Just reporting some news or want to get some of your commentary or your insight. But I just think that is, if it is in true factual, that it played out that way. Not really a big fan of that. But here we are, about to finish up my walk. Remember, you can achieve anything in this world through sheer hard work and patience. God is the greatest. It's your man Eeze at the Eeze Experience. Go get your share.
Hey, yo, Eeze.